Press release by aggrieved former workers of Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, that's GPHA. Good day, fellow Ghanaians and members of the Inky fraternity. It is joyous in our hearts that you honor this short notice invitation to help unravel a corruption act perpetrated on us by former Ghana Port and Harbours Authority management in 2002 under the watchful eyes of then Director General Ben Owusu-Mensah. In 2002, Ghana Port and Harbours Authority management embarked on an exercise dubbed Voluntary Retirement Exercise, which 1,500 staff and 4,195 non-staffs opted for. After we had received our entitlement calculated by the authority, we detected that we have been short-changed, just as it happened to our predecessors in 1989. As a result of this fraudulent act, we filed a suit against the company at the Tema High Court in 2003 and obtained divine justice handed by Justice E.K. Mensah, who on January 6, 2005, ruled and ordered the company to go and pay us. The company declined to honor the ruling and went on appeal. For our burning desire to see justice done, as the ruling became 2 against 1, we proceeded to the Supreme Court for proper interpretation. At the Supreme Court, franked by His Lordship J. Ansa, S. A. Brobe, R. T. Aninakwa, and S. K. Esiama, Justice S. A. B. Akufu in 2008 ruled and ordered the company to go and pay the 5 persons who led the case in suit. As the order was adhered to and payment was effected through an EcoBank check, we continue the case at the Financial High Court, Division 1, where the presiding judge, Justice P. Bright Mensah, brought finality to the case and ordered the company to go and pay us. Just as we thought our woes are over, and for that matter, it's time to laugh to the bank, to receive our properly calculated emolument, we rather had a shock of our lives when the news trickled in that the company, in a dramatic U-turn, has appealed against the ruling. Either by commission or omission, without due diligence in this action, the judge, Justice Jaisayo, franked by his compatriots, Justice F. Kusi Apia and K.A. Akwe, cited PNDC Law 160 to declare the judgment statute barred, claiming it has been a year without any action. But ladies and gentlemen of the press, we, as former workers of Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, are immune from this, from the said PNDC Law 160. And it is this particular instance our able counsel, Mr. Albert Adari, explained to Justice Jaisayo, but all to no avail. In our burning desire to ensure justice is done in this life-threatening case, which has already murdered over 600 of our colleague ex-workers, we step our effort at the Supreme Court for proper interpretation in the imminent airy judgment, and placing it on record, and same be the truth, we petitioned then Chief Justice, Her Ladyship, Theodora Georgina Wood on a number of occasions to intervene in this case and find amicable solution to the impasse so as to pay us our rightful emoluments. C.J. Wood, also in violation of common law without due diligence, used the PNDC Law 160 and declared the case statute barred. Our lawyer, Albert Adare, sought to correct this erroneous dint by Justice Sayo, but franked by Justice R.C. Owusu, J.V.M. Doche, Enim Yebua, and P. Bafoboni, Chief Justice Georgina Wood did not heed to Counsel Adare's advice as she went on to declare the case statute barred because justice is said to rest in her bosom. In her final summation on the case, Chief Justice Georgina Wood strangely said, and I quote her, "Painfully, this appeal has to be dismissed, and same is hereby dismissed. I say painfully because it is not that appellants did not have good case to pursue, but they have lost because their case was not handled with due diligence." She went on, "Regrettably, the appellants who have been treated so unfairly by the respondent authority lives here without redress, and their plight rather worsened." Her Ladyship Chief Justice Wood tasked both company and ourselves to go and settle the case out of court. But unfortunately, this order became stalemate as a result of the authorities' adamant position as they claim victory in the case. After a long struggle, ladies and gentlemen of the press, to get justice done in this case, no matter the cost, as we engage the sector ministers, both past and present, Honorable Ofori Esiama assured us of paying the money, but also to no avail. Indeed, our encounter with the Director General of Port, Mr. Michael Lukoji, on 12 October 2018, who promised to settle the matter once and for all on humanitarian grounds, on our second meeting schedule is yet to happen. In this particular instance, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we can report that our lawyers have written to the authority to iron out this discrepancy, but all to no avail. We wish also to place on record that former President J.A. Kufuor, J.E.A. Mills, J.D. Mahama, John Dramani Mahama, have had the cause to express their disgust on this issue and press on for the rightful payment of our emolument, but all to no avail because of strange hands at Ghana's citadel. It must be recalled, in 2014, the authority embarked on same redundancy exercise, and in this time round, the last group in this scheme of affairs received a whooping 350,000 cedis. That is 3.5 billion old cedis. Unlike in our case in 2002, the last group in our categories received a paltry of 2,400. That is 24 million cedis, old cedis, 24 million old cedis, and 60 cedis. That is 600,000 old cedis. The 2002 project, which severed our relationship with our employer, was a World Bank brainchild dubbed the Gateway Project. Therefore, it is imperative the World Bank is brought into this case so as to ascertain the truth. In former CEO Ben Owusu-Mensah claimed that the project was done by government of Ghana with little support from the World Bank. We can state unequivocally that government of Ghana was not in any financial position to undertake such a massive infrastructural expansion work we saw at the ports in 2002. Wouldn't it defy logic, ladies and gentlemen of the press, to know that our predecessors who suffered same fate in 1989 are still struggling with the company? Looking in the faces of these frayed-looking old men and women who the authority has perpetrated this corrupt act on leaves much to desire. These men and women have served their country so well, paying their taxes to keep government machinery in motion. Therefore, looking at them go through such excruciating circumstances since 1989 must certainly not be countenanced by all and sundry. For posterity's sake, ladies and gentlemen of the press, as the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo called on us citizens to not to sit on the fence but join in the fight to fight this canker. We are by this expose call on him to intervene in this corrupt act perpetrated on us by GPHA management in both 89 and 2002, which has already killed over 600 of our colleague ex-workers through frustration and family stress to pay us our rightful entitlement so as to ameliorate our pain and agony. We state that without positive response from the authority in a week from now, there will be massive demonstration on the streets of Accra as our compatriots from the Takoradi metropolis will join in this effort to get our rightful entitlement paid us by the World Bank.
There were 4,175 workers were paid, and 25 people were paid. 4,175 workers, and the total pay